Have you ever wondered if all that advice that you keep getting is actually holding you back? You know, most people don't realize it, but do you know if you're letting other people's opinions guide your decisions, it's literally killing your dreams, okay? So in this video, I'm going to show you why making your own decisions is the key to shaping your future, and also how you can finally start trusting yourself even when everyone else around you disagrees. Now, do you know, for 8 years, I was a model, right? I used to have a modeling agency and they would book me jobs for, Dolce& Gabbana, Nike, Adidas, Puma, and so on. Now, everyone around me thought that it was an amazing job because I got to travel the world and work with these big fashion companies, right? But me, myself, and I never really enjoyed it. I enjoyed traveling and meeting new people, but the whole time that I was in front of that camera, I hated it. I felt bored. And I just knew deep down that it wasn't my purpose in life. Now, some people out there might love modeling, and that's completely fine, but I didn't. A few years into it, I used to wrestle with the idea of doing something else like sales or, starting a new business. And I'd speak to my family and friends about it, and they told me that I was lucky to have a job where I got to travel and work with these big brands. But you know something? They never ever knew how I felt about it within me. And because I didn't understand the importance of making my own decisions and having the courage to stick to them, what did I do? I listened to those people for 8 years and I was still doing something that I was not in love with. Now, it wasn't until I fully understood the chapter on decision making in Think and Grow Rich that I actually gathered the courage to actually listen to myself, quit modeling, and start a business. And this is the part of the chapter that really hit home for me. It says the majority of people who fail to accumulate money sufficient for their needs are genuinely easily influenced by the opinions of others. They let the newspapers and the gossiping neighbors do their thinking for them. But opinions are the cheapest commodities on earth. Everyone has a flock of opinions ready to be wished upon anyone who will accept them. Now, if you're easily influenced by opinions when you reach decisions, you will not succeed in any undertaking, much less that in transmuting your own desire into money. Because if you are influenced by the opinions of others, then you're going to have no desire of your own. Close friends and relatives, while not meaning to do so, often handicap you through opinions and sometimes through ridicule, which is meant to be humorous. Thousands of men and women carry inferior complexes with them all through life because some well meaning but ignorant person destroyed their confidence through opinions or ridicule. You have a brain and mind of your own, so use it and reach your own decisions. Honestly, that absolutely changed the game for me. If you haven't read Think and Grow Rich, go and read the chapter on decision. Because once I really understood this, my whole life changed. It's never been the same again. And I've later come to learn that you should never ever seek advice from anyone who is not doing what you want to do. You would not go to a mechanic and ask a mechanic how to cut hair. And you wouldn't ask a barber how to fix an engine. Well, that's what most people do. They'll take advice from their dad about money when the dad is broke. Or they'll take advice about their business from someone who has no clue about how to run a successful business. And they wonder why they're stuck, right? They stay stuck their own life because they listen to the opinions of other people. Now, what did Napoleon Hill say in Think and Grow Rich? If you are easily influenced by opinions when you reach decisions, you will not succeed in any undertaking. I see it all the time in relationships. The woman wants to quit a job and start a business, and she goes and asks her partner, "What do you think I should do?" And then he projects all of his fears onto her, and then she doesn't go out and do it. Now, pay attention. If you let your partner or anyone influence your decisions, it's going to build resentment because you're not going after what you want. Like, imagine coming to the end of your life and you're in hospital and you know it's your time to go and you can do nothing about it. And you're thinking, what if I actually went ahead and started that business? What if I moved to that country? What if I invested in that mentorship? What would my life have looked like if I did that? And you can do nothing about it because it's your time to go. Wouldn't it be better to be sat there thinking of all the wild things that you did with your life, all those risks that you took, I think you'd agree with me that it would. Okay. Now, if my partner wanted to go ahead and quit her job and start a business or something new, I would absolutely support her because, as far as I'm aware, it's called a partnership. It's not called a ownership. Okay. I've got a beautiful car and I own that car. If I tell that car to turn left, that car turns left because I own it. Well, I don't own my partner and you don't own your partner. Okay. So who are we to tell them what they should do with their life or what is right for them? We have no right to do that. Whatever my partner wants to do is up to her. She makes decisions for herself, and all I am here to do is to support her. Okay. Well, that's the way that I suggest that you start to live. And I love what Earl Nightingale said. He said that most people tiptoe through life hoping to make it safely to death. I mean, what a fucking terrible way to live. Life should be exciting. Life should be an adventure. So my simple message for you is to start taking risks. Go out and do that thing that you've been thinking of and stop taking advice from other people. Okay? Everyone's got an opinion on what they think that you should do with your life, but who are they to tell you what is right or what is wrong for you? You know, if I kept listening to the opinions of the people around me, I'd still be doing a job that I wasn't enjoying and I'd still be flat broke. But guess what I did? I started making decisions for myself and now I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm wealthy because of it. Okay. People told me that I was crazy for thinking that I could become one of Bob Proctor's best ever consultants. And here I am now, one of Bob's best ever consultants because I decided to be. Okay. Nothing happens until you make decisions. So start making decisions for yourself.